strap in tight and hang on.
Fats Hammond plugged in, turned on, and went.
Fats Hammond brought the community together to listen to music and that sound that kind of envelops you.
You don't normally see two organ players together, two B3 players together.
Oh, it was total jam session. Nothing was rehearsed, and they never had a set thing. Every night they just, oh, let's do this song, let's do that song. And they were, accomplished enough musicians with enough knowledge where they had a library of songs in their heads.
If you do anything for 13 years, it's significant, I think. Especially something that's a musical event once a week, every week.
The fact that they managed to keep going that long is quite something.
What made the Fats Hammond thing work was these guys were musicians, but they were regular people too, and they definitely connected with the audience.
In Salem, well, some people go to the Wax Museum or the Witches Museum, and other people came to Dodge Street.
The current owner of Dodge Street, Frank, they're interested in having a music club because that's what they want to do.
Frank saw this as an opportunity, and I wanted to help as much as I could. I wouldn't call it a great business investment, but it was clearly a labor of love.
Well, the original owner who I worked for sold it to a couple of Italian guys that nice guys, but didn't really know what they were doing, ran it into the ground. I took it over from them. I love it, and I hate it at the same time.
Working with Frank is interesting. I know he's a crazy guy.
Hey! Hot salad pizza! Let's go at the bar! Thanks for coming to Dodge Street. Now drink, hurry up. I like to walk into the room and have everybody go, whoa, what the heck is that guy smoking?
Dodge Street became seedy.
If you've got something good, trying to keep that and not let stuff get in the way. It's very hard.
Dodge is a neighborhood bar. It's an ultimate Salem dive bar.
When I first arrived here, it was floor to floor. It was sold out, packed capacity every Tuesday.
We have had hippie crowds.
Regulars from the age of 21 to the age of 80.
Then it changed to bikers and dancers.
I always kind of likened it to the cantina in Star Wars because there is this, really interesting music playing, but really strange people.
Yeah, one big, giant, dysfunctional family. It was like your living room.
You go there every single night. It was a little different.
I met everybody that I know in this town from Tuesday nights here.
Yeah, me and my friend, we tell the wives we were going to church. So this was church, Tuesday night church. Very religious. You guys rock, man.
Hold the door.
They ever tell you, you cats really get down.
I always joke, went to Dodge one night and never left.
The Salem scene is a vibrant scene, and I'm on the periphery of it because I'm kind of a rebel. But in general, it's got film fest, it's got the witchcraft hysteria, it's got the spice trade, it's got arts and crafts, it's got crunchy baby stores, it's got everything, music, everything. I'm just a small part of it on my end.
Fats Hammond is four guys who don't rehearse, who just get together on a Tuesday night and don't care about any boundaries musically. One night a week, took us on just one Tuesday and said, you know what, this is going to be forever.
Fats Hammond's a group from two different bands from the early 90s in this area, North Shore of Boston and Boston area. One band was a Ken Clark organ trio, which was Ken Clark on organ, Benson on drums, and myself on guitar. Benny also, before he was playing with Ken Clark in the early 90s, he was playing with Marty Rowen.
It started around Fat Tuesday, and there's Hammond organs in it, and so someone decided that was the name.
Every Tuesday, that's when everyone would go and congregate, and the four high priests would come up to the stage and play.
If you let them play all night, they would totally play all night.
The people who really dug them know that come hell or high water and natural causes, they're going to be there.
They were the staple Tuesday night at Dodge. That's something that stood sort of the test of all the eras of Dodge.
Who in the world has two Hammond organs with a drummer and a guitar player?
I remember that the very first time we went to Dodge Street, we walked in and I remember thinking, that's unusual.
The reason we have two Hammond organs is because it's ridiculous. No one wants normal. So you have to be way over the top, do something that no one else wants to do.
This was close and intimate, but it was very loud and they were in your face.
It can be a great opportunity or it can be a dysfunctional train wreck. So if you're not willing to take the risk, then you don't have the opportunity to explore something new. You're creating something original.
Fats is a good time. One word, it's fat. That was the reason why it was called Fats in the first place. One organ sounds nice and fat. Two organ, it's Fats, and it's Hammonds. That's where the sound comes from. It's real fat, wide, thick, saucy, juicy.
It's kind of a Dodge Street creation in that it was pretty much Benny and Bob Brzezowski decided that we're gonna start this residency.
The owner of Dodge Street at the time, he gave us the opportunity, really. I mean, I pitched it to him. He was thinking, obviously, like, oh, this is like a Saturday night, Friday, you know. I was like, no, what's your worst business night of the week? And it was Tuesday. And I said, give me Tuesdays.
He was a very smart person as far as booking music. He built Dodge Street and Fats Hammond.
He put a lot of effort into making it work, something kind of eclectic, you know.
And it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew and it became a really big thing. And then some other people bought the club, and then Frank bought it, and he rehired Fats Hammond, and he stuck it out for a long time.
7 years of my ownership, we haven't had a night where there's been no live music. Even when the power was out, I threw, the generator on.
With the most recent recession, a lot of places just, they couldn't hold up.
Dodge is pretty much the last gasp for nightly entertainment without a cover.
I had everything all in one room. I would say I'm one of probably 20 or 30 diehards that are still down here from that time, but there's still faces that come and go.
Marty, can you be ready in 5?
Yeah.
Come here, Marty, now.
Get some air. Franks and beans.
I'm gonna come out with a slight surprise for you guys.
Oh, a slight surprise?
Put on the mod suit.
Oh, you make a great looking mod. Out in front of Dodge on a rainy night.
Listen, I've already been chased around by ASCAP for 6 years. What's the difference now? Why not do a good song in front of all these nice fans, you know?
Franks and beans.
Captain Frank.
Frank is on the planet for some specified reason that has not been made clear to me. Frank is all about Dodge. That calculates every time he's in a public forum what he can get away with as far as pulling a reaction out of somebody.
Where is he? Hey, I want
want to thank y'all for coming out to Dodge Street Bar and Grill tonight. We know you have choices in your alcoholism. We're glad you chose us.
CPD Friday. And that's it.
It was joyous, Frankie. Except that Lynn shit. I don't go for that Lynn shit.
$20 shots of scotch. I want 6.
I'm a Linner and proud of it. He's a Beverly boy.
What's that you say?
See? What can I tell you?
I grew up in downtown Beverly, Massachusetts. Italian neighborhood. Train running through the front yard. Typical. Hard life. Dad was a union plumber. Mother still works at an electronics factory manufacturing, so I come from a working class Italian, Polish background family. My dad, he was a race car driver. He died in his race car, actually. He told me, if you got in the food business, you'd have work, rain, shine. Instead of him always like running the pipelines and not being able to work outside if it's rain and blow a tradesman work, go in the kitchen. It seems like pretty decent work. You'll always have food, and why not try it out? And started out as a 12-year-old dishwashing for the Capri Pizza in Beverly. Just got better and better at it. And then, you lie your way into this situation, and then all of a sudden you're on the pizza making line, making, $80,000 a year stretching pizza. So
A lot of times people would be customers and they'd end up working for Dodge.
this place was hopping, and I was able to just hang around the bar. And before you know it, if you hang around a barbershop, you get a haircut, you hang around a place like this, they put you to work.
Frank was this loud guy in the kitchen back in 1995 and making some of the best ribs I've ever had.
I started running the kitchen. The rest is history, off and on, since 93 I've been in here. It's a long time. I really don't know why I bought Dodge Street, but I love it, and I hate it. I love it, and I hate it, okay? To be perfectly honest with you, if I could go back and do it again, I might not do it. But right now I'm so intertwined with it,
He's the type of club owner that wants to have a music club and is making that, trying to build everything else around it. I'm sure it's really difficult sometimes to make it work.
I owned a house, so I decided to parlay some equity and give it a shot. And it's been 7 years, so.
Ken just cannot help himself with ideas.
I hear a Rhapsody with a G pedal before both heads. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's do Naima's knee. How about Quattro de Mayo? Not being banka boom banka, but chung chung taka choko boom choko pa pa.
He's the ringmaster of the whole thing.
He's very much into entertainment and wanting to create excitement and to have the music work well.
Ken is more of a traditional player. He listened to a lot of really terrific organ players. And everything that he's sucked up, he puts out. He knows how to grab all this stuff. He's a real student of the instrument. picture of me and Oscar Peterson. That was 1972. I saw Oscar many times. He's a real good guy. And he and my old man were, they were tight. They were good friends. The old man was the house photographer, and he took thousands of shots of great jazz players. I was fortunate enough to be with him on some shoots, and even got a chance to be in some of them. Of course, I get to hang out with a lot of jazz musicians. Here's one in front of the old Lenny's. The oldest boy there is my brother John. The older girl there is my sister Norina. Then there's my twin sister Maria, and I'm the kid with the horn. Yeah, that's Dizzy. I used to sit in his lap, and he handed me his horn for the shot. Of course, he took the mouthpiece out. He was a good guy.
How do you capture what a person is like? But Marty, he's fairly tough and has a lot of integrity. He is what he is. That's it. You know, it's on the table. And if he doesn't like something, he's very vocal.
Playing with Marty, you have to strap him tight. These things better be seriously open, because there's no, we're now going to do song A, B, C, D, and E, and it's going to be at this feel and this tempo, and this section will last this long and that long. You just go.
He comes at it from a very intuitive, almost self-taught type perspective.
Sorry about the interference, but that's, that can't be helped.
Marty Rowen, was a great singer, guitar player, piano player, organ player. You can do everything.
You see, to me, it's all about tone and frequency. And what happens when I hear an instrument, different instruments affect me differently. I've always loved listening to horn players, tenors and altos. Always loved the tone of a good sounding guitar. And it changes the way I approach writing a tune. And it gives me, it keeps my mind going. And the fact that I derive a lot of pleasure out of it, even though it's work, the brain has to do all this thinking all at once. And the way the tones work, it helps me be creative. I've always been like this since I was a kid. Find an instrument, my father would bring one home, or it was there, he'd buy it. Give me an hour and I'm playing something on it. There's tones in my bones.
No, that groove, the one we did last week, you want to do a funker?
My ears are my big asset, and it gives me the desire to hear things. I'd have to say that, for the most part, at least half of the material that we play, I don't know. Never taken the time to learn it. I'm severely dyslexic, so it takes me forever. Even though I had a teacher who gave me the magic elixir of knowledge to correct it, you need to work on it 24/7. I can't work on it 24/7. I have a life. So they'll call tunes.
You got the head?
Yeah.
And you know what the changes are?
Huh?
Alrighty then. Okay, C.
They'll say, do you know it? No. What's the difference? Let's just play it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll listen, and I'll go for it. And more often than not, I just nail it and have fun with it, because I care enough not to care so much.
The first night that I came to the US was June 12th, 1989. We went out that night to a place called Crackers, and Marty Rowen's trio was playing there.
No drums, just bass and guitar and piano.
And I remember just being blown away by Marty, I was in shock, my first night here.
And he walked in, And I didn't know who the heck he was, you know, and we would talk, and I just blew him off like I normally would blow off anybody in a bar.
And I remember saying, "You need a drummer," you know. But he was like, he really didn't, and just made that thing swing without a drummer. Like, I never heard anything like that. It was unbelievable, you know. But I had to throw my, you know, I'm a drummer, man, give me a call, you know. It took a long time for Marty to call me.
He was very persistent. And then I hired him. And we played a gig, and we've been working together ever since.
He gave me a chance.
For a couple of years. I was born into it, pretty much. I started playing piano when I was 5. I grew up in a family of musicians. I decided I was going to be a professional musician when I was 15. At one point, I was like very determined to do it, is because I've come from 3 generations. And the former 2, you know, never did it professionally, even though they certainly could have. It's like, well, somebody's got to do it. You know, somebody's got to get out there and play music in front of people. This is when I practice while I'm making my coffee. I'm a music director at a church. I perform at clubs and festivals and private functions. And
That's staccato.
Teach lessons. A ball. Dakota. Ready? Go get it. Yeah, he doesn't particularly want to give the ball back. He actually would rather I try to. Oh, he's rolling on it. See? Now he's completely covered in sand. Give me the ball. So Ella wakes up and I take care of Ella. And then realistically, I snooze a little bit in the morning while Ella, you know, watches a movie or plays with her toys. And then, you know, I get going around 10 o'clock, something like that. You know, we have breakfast and, you know, feed all the animals. Got 2 cats. Feed the cats and the dog and Ella and me. And clean up and try to look like a human. For a little while. All right. Oh, no. Are we back into drawing in the mud? Mud. Yes, mud. New words all the time. Okay, you got some snails?
Ken is always fixing his equipment. You have to be able to fix your equipment if you play Hammond organ.
Caring for a Hammond organ, it's nothing like caring for a child, because the child would be dead the way that we haul these things around. Certainly Ken's.
It's old and big, and lots of things are always shaking loose and breaking.
I've used it for 15 years. 300 gigs a year.
Not to mention all the bouncing around in the van in general.
And then before that, it probably did the same thing for 10 years. So that's 20 years of... It's a fucking rug.
Ken's organ is always, I look at it, it looks like it has broken legs.
I'm pretty good at fixing it. Or at least knowing what it is that's broken and then getting it to someone who can fix it. Hopefully I'm done. Hopefully I show up to the gig and it does what it's supposed to do. Well, it'd be nice to make a living and be able to play great music. and not have to sweat all the time. I'd like to not sweat all the time. I like not have to worry about making money or just not plain old not getting sleep, you know, because I have to be in 3 places at the same time, or having people be disappointed that I'm not able to deliver, you know, whatever because I'm working for 12 different people all the time. It's like, you know, you cannot possibly please them all. You know, and they're like, oh, gee, you just need to manage your time better. It's like, oh, really? You know, I get done at work at 3 and then I wake up at 7, and what part of that are, you know, you gonna manage? I don't know why it's squeaking so much. Could just need oil, I guess. 1, 2, so it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Renato. So the tempo usually is about right there. So if you want to put whatever groove you want on it, I'm sure it'll be fine. Does that work?
Ken, Clark, Mike Mele, and myself were a group for a number of years. Recorded an album as the Ken Clark Trio, Ken's band. There was one point I know Ken, Mike, and myself were doing 10 gigs a week together.
Mike is probably, yeah, he's an enigma sometimes because he's probably the most understated cat there. He's really deep. I mean, he's a terrific player. He settles in, and when he goes, get out of his way.
Mike Mele, unbelievably tasteful guitar player, but he was always in the pocket, and I don't think I ever heard him play a bad note.
He's wedged in between one of Benny's rides. I don't know how he does it, being between the both of them. You know, and then he can't move forward because Ken can't see him. I just slap Benny and slap Ken and say, leave me alone. But, you know, it hasn't happened yet because it's perfect. He's the perfect guy for that gig in that spot. But look at me, you know. If I gain 5 pounds, I'm screwed.
My first conscious experience with music was listening to a Beatles record when I was about 9. And also hearing, you know, relatives that had bands, you know, rehearsing in the basement and garage. I first started playing when I was 11. Bands and in school band and things like that. I grew up in a rural, kind of fairly rural area. It was boring. Which maybe is another reason why I got interested in music. You know, people make a connection with different things when they're, you know, whether it's art or music or sports, and that's just something that I seem to make a connection with. But I always wanted to play music because I wanted to play music, like kids want to get rich and famous. I mean, I guess in the end, it wouldn't have been the motivation because as you get older, you realize that that's not necessarily as likely as you think it is. You like another book? Get another book, Nick. A lot of times, you know, this is nice, but a lot of the times she may be entertaining herself and I'm doing something else. She likes to clean. Don't you like to clean? Liar. And some days it's bloody hell just trying to get her to wear the clothes that she's supposed to wear. If your coat's not on by the time I have your lunch, you're not going. You want to wear the raincoat instead? Put this on. This is exactly what you were doing yesterday. All right, I am really calling her. You know, I'm not even faking. No! That's your mother. All right, we'll see what happens. If she doesn't do it, I'll let you know, and I guess she won't go to the movie.
Just this one.
It's not her raincoat. I'm trying to put her regular coat on.
Just this one.
The blue one.
Just this one.
Yeah, but it's not raining out.
This one.
You want to wear the raincoat? Fine. Wear the raincoat. Okay, thanks. I gotta go. Bye. No, it's exactly what you're
And
talking
she said,
about.
don't snap.
And she said what?
Snap.
Snap it. Fine. Let's go. Life at 42 is a little bit more complicated, though, than it was at 32. I play, like, in the summertime, a lot of weddings and, you know, things which are pretty much financially driven. But you still manage to find a way to make it work. I wish that I had more time for my family and practicing. And sometimes one gets in the way of the other, but there's really not enough time for either. Having us all together, or even just with my wife, that's more difficult. Just because of the hours, you know, and, you know, I can't always cancel work just because I, you know, feel like it.
Hi, darling. How you doing? Good. No, I'm on my way. Just giving you a call. See what happens. Maybe I get the winning lottery ticket tonight. Who knows? So I'll see you in the AM. Love you. Ciao for now. Bye-bye. Part of the ritual on Tuesday night is to get a couple of lottery tickets. You can't win if you don't play it. You gotta have hope. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. There are some people there. That's where I like to park, but can't park there now.
All right, I gotta go drop Mele off.
Bye, Ella.
Bye. Go see Mama. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'll move it. Move it.
Okay, so you're talking about having the dentist for Brock to call up here.
Yeah, you need dental cement, and if you put anything else in there and she swallows it, they're not going to be liable.
So, all right, that's what I thought.
You have to be
I said,
careful.
don't duct tape. I said, for Christ's sake. Get a little piece of duct tape, put it inside it, Jim.
That's okay, but then if you swallow the fucking thing and you choke on it, you got no grounds or anything to stand on.
I don't know what Kenny Boy is.
Oh, he's on the phone.
I don't know.
after that.
Man, I got something we should do.
All right. Oh, this is the last call song at Dodge Street. You ready for this one? It's late at night, all drinks over the bar, and when Dodge Street is closed, don't you know that anything goes? If Lance could play his cards just right, all the girls would tear off their clothes. Don't you know that anything goes? Ah, you're a scum today, you drank rum today, you take it up your bum today. All the girls that hang out back today are filthy, disgusting hoes. Drink it, smoke it, crunch it up, anything that fits up your nose. Don't you know when Dodge Street's closed? Don't you know anything goes? Keep it going there, Skip. Now get your shit packed up and get out!
Well, we've gone through a lot of transformation in a lot of ways. I mean, we went from having a concept to changing the concept a little bit, to the whole thing drooping, to being in the back room, and then trying to reinvent it. And kind of an economy that's completely different, yeah.
And all we have to do it is a few times during the night, man, because we used to stretch shit out like mad.
I know. I started to think about this thing as like kind of a first set and second set being a very different concept. Like first set, it's like really you got a listening crowd, but second set is a dancing crowd. So if we had a really nice listening set in the first set, it makes it so the room is kind of full and then people do dance.
Well, we've always had good luck working the room.
Yeah, well, we fucking should.
Oh, nice. Nice. Is that you? Who gave me a shot? Who gave me a shot?
Am I in trouble?
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep pushing it too far.
And he's just an explosion. One of the early times he played with Ken was our current drummer. He just forgot to show up at Dodge Street. We called Benny, and he was dating this woman who I guess was a model at the time. And I guess the story goes that he jumped out of bed with this woman to come fill in on drums at the last minute.
Everybody wanted Benny. He was the man. And you wanted a good drummer. He was the only number anybody had.
I'm saving up for my "No, I'm not Benny Benson" t-shirt. Because it was fantastic when you do gigs around this neck of the woods, and if people don't know, they can't. Are you Benny? I think just about every drummer's been asked, "Are you Benny Benson?"
I'm Benny. I'm over 21. I'm from Limerick, Ireland. I'm a third-generation musician. I started playing when I was 4, playing trumpet. Since I was 7 years old, I've been touring and playing all over the world. I went professional when I was 13. My family didn't want me to be a drummer, because it's the same old things like, play the trumpet, it's not banging on the drums. Even when I was in the trumpet section, I was always hanging with the drummers. I knew all the drum parts, and when the opportunity came, when I was 13, the drummer at the time, he did something anyway to be fired, and he was like, "Well, what are you going to do without me?" And my uncle Sammy, who was the band conductor and leader, said, "Put your trumpet down, get up on stage," to prove a point to the drummer that was just being fired, that he was replaceable, because he knew I knew all the parts, And I was put in the spot, by my uncle, and it was a 70-piece concert band actually sitting at the time. We were rehearsing for an upcoming American tour, and it was inevitable I was going to be a drummer. But I had to work very hard. I had to practice every night, and it seemed boring almost, but I was trying to please my grandfather. He was a great musician and my great inspiration to me.
Band's only as good as his drummer. You think of any great bands ever, and without that beat, it's not complete.
My grandfather had his own band in the 30s and then continued through to the mid-50s when his own 4 sons and daughters were in the band. So we have, this is my grandfather and his 4 sons, my father and 3 uncles. That's my grandfather, Paddy. That's my uncle, Sammy. That's my uncle, Eddie, my uncle, Paddy, and my dad, Christy. There were other members in the band, but this is all the Bensons here. This is my grandfather's dance orchestra. I believe it is 1936. This is my grandfather, Paddy, right there, and this is his band with the PB. And you see the shells on the old kick drum and the famous contract. I love this. I believe my uncle Sammy came up with this concept, and it was very advanced actually for its time. This is 1958 again. It started off with this, and then you opened it up, and it gave a description of everybody in the band. He did his own publicity, obviously, but I always like this plus supper, etc. He put that on there. That's like, you got to take care of everything, you know? So you show up after driving for 5 hours, you got to get fed. Look at this. This is Fats Hammond publicity right here. You know, that's as far as it goes right there. Dodge Street, every Tuesday, Fats Hammond. And everybody that goes and people that aren't aware of it usually find out through friends at this point. It's been 13 years, you know, so. I moved out of my family house when I was 16 to study dental science, of all things.
Yeah, I make teeth. I mean, without just have a little home business to supplement my musician's habit. I get work from dentists. I pour models and I grind everything over there, and then I make the porcelain here, fire it, and then I finish it here. Playing music is a challenge, and then 7 nights a week you still won't make the rent sometimes, you know.
Leaving to come here was different. I just came on my own, 1 suitcase. That was tough. I was painting the roads. I had a job painting lines for a few years in the streets. And then I'd finish my job and turn my sweats inside out and go to a gig, you know? That's the way I lived for a few years. There were 2, 3 Irish people that I knew in Salem. There was no Guinness in the North Shore at that time. You couldn't get a pint of Guinness. When I came here, absolutely not. There was no Guinness. Actually, that's wrong. There was a place in Salem that had it, Tammany Hall. They had it sometimes, yeah. When we came in, we would drink the whole keg, you know. They'd be like, oh, great, you know.
A jazz hat tonight. Jazz hat.
This is my cousin Sam.
Hey, how's it going?
Played trumpet, grew up with Sam, and his dad and my dad started the band. Come over to Dodge. Listen, come over to Dodge tonight. It's 13 years tonight. It's like Fat Tuesday, so come on over.
I get a chance to get over.
If you can, yeah. Oh, you got the gong.
Can you make it whistle a little bit there?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
She's there, right?
She's there. I love it.
My car is like my office these days. Look, I got cones so I can park in weird places. Tricks of the trade.
Tonight is the 13-year anniversary of Fats Hammond, playing every Tuesday at Dodge Street. It's pretty funny that it's tonight because it's not the full band tonight. 13 years, Frank. Oh, God. We're in trouble.
Tonight's the night, you know, we've been celebrating 13 years with these guys and 20 years of being open. It's not Mardi Gras, it's Mardi Gras.
was Mardi Gras.
It's Mardi Gras. It's not Fat Tuesday.
Last week was Fat Tuesday.
No, it's Fats Tuesday. See, it's a play on words.
Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday.
Steve, what's happening, brother? Good to see you.
Thanks for coming. Mike's not on this.
Where's
He's going to be here, I guess. So, this side. We don't have Mike or Marty tonight. We have a different show tonight. That's why I'm saying the big. See.
What was up with them?
They're all the town.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my lord.
Fuck Marty, all right?
pissed. They start late, they're missing another member tonight. This is what they've been doing lately.
How you doing, Ken? Can you make it round here? Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately you gotta wait until I get the order.
Hey, listen, I don't want to be negative because it's a happy, fun time, but celebrating 13 years of the band, playing at my bar, and half the band decided to sub out the show. I'm still reeling from it, actually, My family is very upset. I'm not just the only person that's involved in decision-making around here. There's a few others, and they're pretty mad at them. Like terminating mad. That's how mad they are.
Months before that night, Marty called me and said that he had a gig. It was a Tuesday night, but Ken has missed plenty of Tuesday nights. Benny has missed, months of Tuesday nights. It's not uncommon for us to do that. So I said, yeah, we can do that. We can both miss it. 2 weeks before the Mardi Gras gig was the first I've heard about it. And I saw it was on that date.
It wasn't really about you not being there. No. It wasn't really about Mike not being there. It was about our good host, Frank, had decided he'd come up with this really clever joke, as he does, and he was calling it Marty Gras, right? So he was going to be walking around all night screaming Marty Gras and Fats Tuesday, and he had his whole big, spiel worked out. And I think by them not showing up, it kind of put the kibosh on it.
I put a lot into it. Just color flyers alone cost 25 cents each. You know what I mean? Everything costs. It's the vibe, though, that's more than, you can't go back.
Anyway, I was told that, no, don't worry about it, it's gonna be handled. Don't say anything to anybody. Just someone else, I was like, are you sure? It looks like they're making a big, Oh, okay. So what happens is what happened. He's gonna lose his mind, which he did, Frank. But then 2 weeks after that, we had this other event. So there were 2 huge nights instead of 1. And that was the argument for not saying anything.
It's always nice to get a rise out of the guys by doing something unexpected. I had a pair of sunglasses that Benny brought me back from his last trip abroad, and I had them on for our anniversary show. And Benny had forgot that they were electric. And they blink fast and they blink slow. So I waited until I was in the middle of a crescendo of one of my solos, and I hit the switch and they just started blinking like mad.
Marty Rowen. He's a reverend, actually.
He's a minister, and he married Ken, he married Frank, and Mike.
I became a reverend to counsel musicians and artists and to share life with creative, free-thinking individuals that may have some shit going on that they don't know how to deal with. It's spiritual healing through harmonic sound, resonance, and musical therapy. When you know the people that you're marrying, it's great because you can always give them an out just before the surface. Scott Voigt Music was a DJ, and when he wanted to get married, he asked me to marry them. So I did. This is Scott and Courtney. This is a little celebratory photo that they sent me, thanking me and Fats, because we played at their wedding. So that's why it says, thanks to Marty and Fats.
The Reverend Marty Rowen is going to marry Marie and I today.
Speaking of the Reverend, he's late.
You're late. Thought he'd be here like a half hour too early or something. Don't drive me crazy. But...
Hey.
Christine, Laura, see, look, they're going to be there. Isn't that great? Christy and Laura and Paddy, Benson, they're all here.
Crew.
Like, you feel them
The
all.
family crew.
The family's here today, you know. So, what time is it? Is it?
Like 10 past 1.
It's 10 past 1. God, he's late.
You're
It's
also
not
to be late for your own wedding.
Elvin Jones, get away from the flowers. Elvin Jones, hey! Stop. Throwing down the plastic. That'll make you sick. Get down. Good boy.
Hey!
Hi.
I'm fine, how are you?
Finally, he shows up. Look at him.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned.
The leather reverend. You know, when I said it's going to be casual, I didn't mean show up in fucking jeans.
Well, you know, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say something?
Don't you know?
Why didn't you say something?
You know I'm kidding? I love it.
Yeah.
That's all you want. Sometimes the bear gets you.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you have to wear the Borsalino.
I have to wear the Bertolino?
You have to wear the Borsalino.
All right. Hi, sweetie.
That suits you, Daddy. Actually, look at that.
Qué guapo.
Wow.
Hi.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
My two beautiful friends. This is such a great day. I'm so happy to be a part of it because this is so joyous. I wrote this morning for you. When love finds you, somewhere in the expanse of spirit and awareness, there is a joy that only two people can know. To align oneself to another without a conscious effort, to be so receptive as to understand without a word the meaning of life's destiny. Maria, do you take Benny to be your husband?
Yes, I think Benny.
I hope so.
Benny, do you take Maria to be your wife?
Yes, I take Maria. With this ring, I be wedded.
In the sight of the Creator and this joyous grouping, I now pronounce you man and wife. Yeah.
That's it.
My husband.
Oh,
My
wife. It's for real though, huh? Wow. Let me see. Wow, it feels different already. Look at that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, everybody. Together but separate at the same time, simultaneously.
Individually.
That's right.
We are the same three branches.
Branches.
Leaves.
Yeah.
Flowing together.
This is it, yeah.
Swaying.
Yeah.
All together motion. Like a boat.
Honest to God.
Traveling.
Incredible.
One place.
This guy was
different directions. Individually, together at once.
The atmosphere has changed a lot over the years.
It was anything but orthodox.
It was going through these weird phases.
We were bringing the numbers in, and our pay still wouldn't go up. The money that it was making wasn't necessarily going where it needed to, at least where it was promised ahead of time.
Frank gets a bad rap, but he pretty much hosted an after-hours party every night that he owned the place, and it was not out of the question to be in there at 4 in the morning. The cooler door was never locked. He was always the first one to give you a beer, give you this. If there was anything else that he had, he would share that with you too. At one point, we were in the kitchen of Dodge Street, and there's this new street drug called salvia, and no one had really ever heard of this before. He had that back there. He said, "Oh, try this." I was like, "Oh my God, that's intense." I thought half of my body was on fire for that 2 minutes, and I couldn't see straight. Another guy came in, now he's doing it. Another guy comes in, and so by the end of the night, there was like 30 people.
But I've been in situations in that room where I've seen things go tremendously left with management.
We can walk a mile in my shoes because none of you motherfuckers know what it's like to walk a mile in my shoes. To run a fucking bar in this dump of a town. And stick around and give away some Bruins tickets. And then after the show, one of you girls who want a tour, we'll play some tonsil hockey.
Dodge Street over the years have changed, but I liked it best in the beginning. It was more of a place I came a lot. Now I don't come as much.
I was receiving phone calls from people saying that they don't want to go in there because of Frank. So
I'm like a Mormon magnet.
Mormon magnet?
Who cares how old is she?
Over 18?
She has a mouth and a couple of holes that I can jam my 9-inch Cobra-headed yoga shooter into.
My father's the sheriff.
I'll punch your father in the face.
Be nice, Frank, please. These people are guests.
Being nice.
Yeah, I know, but please try to be nice.
I am trying to be nice.
I know, but I mean,
You're not.
What are you talking about?
do me a favor. Please be nice to these people. They're really, really
Be
special
nice to
people.
them. Get these people out of here! Get the fuck out!
Frank says we don't have to like it. Well, I don't have to like it either. I don't have to like what he does.
Whether it's someone in the band that brings it on, or it's a patron that brings it on, or it's just that the weather wasn't right that day, and he's got a hair across it, and he takes it out on everybody else.
We're always going to keep people because of the music, but we can't afford to be losing people that want to come to the music but don't want to be subjected to some kind of awkward situation that they're not comfortable with. We're not going to put them there.
Nobody ever has to worry about what I'll say or do. Leave my money on the table. Walk right out the door when I'm
Oh, we get money? Do we get paid for this? Really? I'll tell you
Every
what.
penny.
Actually, I gotta get all here. If you can throw me all my money so I can go, and then you can just take it from Frank.
Do I look like the Bank of England?
I want you to be the Bank of England by any means. Probably some more than that. What are you doing? That it? Yeah. It's not even lunch. Skip lunch. Skip church.
We've been taking less recently. I don't think it's anything to do with something we've done wrong.
No. Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone. It's ridiculous.
I've never heard him say that, though.
It's ridiculous.
Wow, you used to own the place? Never mind. Go ahead.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think that's...
It's okay. Hang it up. I'm done with Frank. He's done. We all make 60. Well, actually, no. We only get 200.
He should get 210. Because there's no reason for tonight to be less than
Right,
3
but he isn't. So we all get $55.
Thank you very much, Bad Blood. All right, good enough.
All right.
Now we know how it is. All right.
Yeah, exactly. I looked at a club up in Lowell tonight. It's going to be new. We'd be a great fit for it.
All right, well, let's say it. I'm game.
And, I'm just keeping options open.
I'd love to keep
Benny's
it.
out there throwing some lines out.
I mean, I'd love to keep it in. I'd love to keep.
I'd
it
like
in
to
this
stay on
place.
the North Shore, but there aren't that many venues that can have us.
What about the Exchange down there?
That'd be kind of the new place?
I'm just saying, like,
No.
keep it-
No.
I know.
No.
Why not?
The
I haven't
Exchange?
been there. Yeah.
The new place?
I know it's small.
It's where Salem bands go to die. I want to be somewhere where it's really cool. You know, if you can't do it really great, it's not worth doing.
Oh yeah.
I'll come over to my house and cook you dinner and we can play in my living room.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's do
That'd be
that.
pretty
Kitchen.
You know?
I'd pay
I'm
for
a
that.
damn good chef.
If things were slowing down where you were before, was it the band, or was it the place, or was it a combination? Now, my theory is it wasn't the band, and that's why we're having the conversation. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. That's my biggest concern. I came out the gate saying I wouldn't do residency here.
But this is your club, and it's a great club.
So the thinking is 3 weeks on, a week off, 3 weeks on, a week off.
I'm happy to be here 3 weeks and give it a shot for a while and see how that works. And it's going to be a new lease of life on the band, and the people that have been coming to us to see us for all this year, they're getting like a facelift too, you know. Yeah. So it's going to be good for everybody. So we just nailed down the date.
All I ask is you give it your best effort. I'll do my best effort to be the type of host you want me to be. And let's see where we wind up, and we'll reevaluate in a...
You just be who you are, Rich. You're great, you know. That's fantastic already, so I love it, all right?
We're on.
So we're in.
It's not my proudest moment here, but in the same token, we need to survive. There isn't enough cash in the register to pay the band, or I can't even write a check. It's just not good. Has just think that the Fats Hammond is played out, or the format of Dodge Street is played out. I gotta make changes and Tuesday nights where I'm beginning.
I mean, they said there was a lack of support for Fats Hammond, but really I think it's a lack of support for Dodge Street.
That's a pretty bold statement. That's pretty bold. Yeah, I don't know.
It's the last one of Fats at Dodge Street, but it's been the last one there for a while anyway. It's been going down.
This is our last gig at Dodge. As they say, some days you eat the bear, and some days the bear eats you.
Last day with Fats Hammond, no?
That's the last day, but I didn't know it was going to be the last day.
The dynamics between the band and Frank have been strained.
I think washing these hands of the gig after we've been there for 13 years. we've maintained it for 13 years. He's been there for whatever, 6 or 7.
You know, when you work for someone and they don't treat you the way that you feel is fair, made changes happen.
I'm not going to go kicking and screaming. I'm going to go silently. They'll have to listen really careful if they want to hear me tonight.
I'm gonna go to another gig now. Hopefully make it back in time. I won't get hurt. And we'll come back into the last stand at Dodge. Have some fun, play some music, say goodbye to our loyal following that have been coming for years, and move on to the next step. The progress of playing music somewhere else. See you tonight.
All right, Monte.
There's no drums here. So G, what key do I usually do? All right. G blues with a 2-5. 1, 2, 1, 2, there.
Maybe we can set up the drums, and since it's your final night, maybe there's a few drummers in the crowd that could come and help you guys out.
Want to play a couple more tunes and then we'll think about it and then we'll figure it out?
Yeah, why not? It'd be fun to have some.
What time is it now?
No, I don't think it'd be fun to have round robin up here.
Marty doesn't want me to. That's okay. I'm not. You break a few eggs at a Dodge Street omelet, you know. Farewell.
You know, replacing a live act like Fats with karaoke. That's the answer to everything. Karaoke. Spend less.
Little is it known that I manage these guys. They owe me a ton of money.
Yeah, well, you know, you did a real good job this time. Guess we don't work there anymore.
Well, I think it's all for the good. I think everything's going to turn out all right. Everything happens for a reason.
Any last requests?
But Benny's not here.
Well, he's here in spirit.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank all you people for coming out. And you deserve better than Benny not showing up, but that's beside the point. I just want to personally thank all of you for coming here on the Tuesday nights for the last 7 years under my ownership. For him not to show, it just proves that it's not just lack of, it's unprofessional.
It's just unprofessional.
It's a lack of, I don't know how to describe it, but the people deserve better than that. He's a bad American, and he's a pseudo-American.
I have no idea where Benny is. He's on the planet, I can tell you that.
I don't know.
He sent me.
I'm not sure you know that.
He sent me a text.
So I got a nasty text from from Frank just as I finished my other gig, a nasty one. So I said, since I owe him so much, I'll come over and do the... No, I'm glad to be here.
I'm fucking pissed. I don't want to make a fight over this.
No, he says, you have a lot of balls, forget about my friendship. You owe it to your fans to show up. I give you plenty of notice. We thought we were finished last week. Fuck you, Benny. Hopefully, Chianti will smell it. Here. Next one. I'm on my bike, so I don't do shit I will regret. I'm pissed you were late. I wanted the last one to be good. You ruined it. You ruined it. You ruined it. Just like you ruined. Yeah. What was it? Marty Gras. You ruined Marty Gras. I ruined it last night.
These guys have been playing here for 13 years. So the final night, it's the end of an era.
Everyone that comes here to watch these guys, it's all about the love of the music, and the way these guys play is all about the love of the music.
It's an institution. I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't even know if they'll be playing on a Tuesday. I'll miss them being here.
I watched the place die with the last owner. When it closed, it didn't surprise anybody. We all saw it coming.
They somehow lost control of the business, let the business go down. Had so many good times there, you know, it was amazing. Made so many friends.
Well, yeah, that was toward the end when it was time to break everything down. It was just time to break it down and find a place to put it. More gear. Most of it was at Dodge at one point or another. Here's a guitar I bought from Frank. I'm not going to show it to Frank because he hates that he sold it to me. It's a 57 Chet Atkins Gretsch. So you'll see Frank had been, it's one of the things he sold it to me when he needed some cash to keep Dodge going. So all this stuff was in Dodge at one point or another. Everything fits on stage pretty good, right? It looks.
We're gonna have to pick you up to get you in the drums.
Yeah, there's just not a pathway. Yeah, I can manage.
Won't be the first time.
No, it's not the first time. We're working on my backflips.
It's nice to see a lot of old friends here.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a game. And there's a game, yeah. It's the white elephant in the room. Yeah.
Good evening. Hey, we're so happy that you came out tonight. And so first, I want to get these guys on. Quick story, I woke up this morning in Fort Lauderdale, got up before the sun, went walking for a couple of miles. And when I stopped and watched the sunrise, and I thought, this is gonna be a great day. And then when I turned around to leave, what was the name of the restaurant behind me? Fat Tuesday. And I thought, damn straight it's Fat Tuesday. So we're so thrilled. This is Fats Hammond. Big round of applause.
It's so strange to be able to see the garages right from this, you know, you can only just see that one corner one.
Yep.
And now you can see everything. You know, I really haven't been here since they knocked the place down. It's a stark commentary on progress. Oh, this person's gonna let us go.
Yeah. You're supposed to. No one. Can't trust any drivers in Massachusetts.
Hey.
Assholes.
Mike's life, pal.
Proud to be a masshole.
Well, we both know the place so well. We'll just walk in and
Yeah.
and we can just say wherever we should have brought some chairs.
We'll go to the kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely. So here was the doorway. Here.
Yeah, that's about right.
I was right about here. Mike Mele would be here. Benny would be here.
Yeah.
And Ken would be right about there. Right through here, there was a pinball or whatever, a couple things. The SARS machine, remember the SARS machine? Yep. There was a popcorn machine, everybody put their hands in. Nobody scooped it, so we called it the SARS machine. Never eat popcorn from that. Well, they made a really nice parking lot, you know.
But the thing was, things went kind of downhill before the place actually closed for quite a while. I mean, things kind of went on for like, how long do you think?
Too long. Dude, where's my Dodge?
Only at Dodge Street you have 2 Hammond organs and a piano.